Hey guys, it's Bryony. So today I'm going to be reviewing some period underwear for you, and this underwear is a bit different from any other that I've ever tried, which is always fun. I like to try new stuff out for you, and you guys love to see reviews, so I hope you enjoy the video. And yes, I am wearing my Christmas onesie, first time of the year. Hopefully it won't appear too much in these videos, but it is at least December, so I think I can get away with it. Anyway, back onto the review. This is the underwear, the EiVi underwear, and EiVi underwear is made by the Genial Day company, which are a mother and daughter run company, I think, or at least was set up and inspired by a mother and daughter who had some issues when she was starting her period with feeling comfortable and stuff, and they decided to design some better products and got really passionate about it and actually set up a business, which is always really nice. I like to try out products that have, you know, unique stories to them. So it came in this lovely box wrapped in some tissue paper with a selection of their Genial Day pads, because the Genial Day well, here's the box. You can see it's lovely. It says, if I just fold the wings in, EiVi on the top. And they sell a brand of healthier disposable pads. Now these pads are supposedly, let me read you the little blurb, have a superior absorbency, a pH balance, no harsh chemicals, no skin irritation, air breathable, eco-certified, and contain an odour control anion strip. I think it's anion that you pronounce it. It's one of those weird words. I've seen it before as well. Now they say eco-certified on here, however, because I think they use organic, no, that's a different thing. They say eco-certified on here, but there's nothing on this about it being biodegradable, and I couldn't find any information about that. And that, to me, is something, if it was biodegradable, they'd really be selling that point, because it's a big thing, you know, that disposable pads go into landfill and they take 450 years to break down, and it's really bad for the environment. So to me, I don't feel like you can really call a disposable pad eco unless it's got that function or that feature on it. Even though it doesn't contain the harsh chemicals, and it has an ultra soft surface, quickly stays dry, superior leak protection, all that sort of stuff. It's just, it has non-toxic adhesive tape too, but there's nothing about how quickly it breaks down. And to me, I wouldn't buy a product that said it was, you know, eco-certified if it didn't have that particular element to it. But it is at least useful to have a chemical-free pad that I can add to my collection. And they came with a sample pack with the underwear as well, and they sent this one as an extra too. And in this packet came 2 regular pads and I think 2 or 3 panty liners as well. I did try out the panty liners. I did really like them, but I don't know. You know, if they're not biodegradable, to me, that's not something I want to wear. The pads themselves, I'll show it to you. I didn't use any of the pads, either this one or the super absorbent, because I don't use disposables, but I did want to show them to you. So they open up like this. They're a bit of a weird design, and then they open out sideways, and there is the pad with its anon strip and its small wings. And the reason it has small wings is because of this underwear. So the EiVi underwear has a double gusset in it, which allows you to wrap. I think they call this a pad pocket or a wings pocket. It says somewhere here. Let me find it. What do they call it? Wing pockets. Yeah. So basically, you can wrap the wings of their pads around this particular pocket without it showing on the back of your underwear. So supposedly, you can wear these pants and not look like you're wearing a pad. Now, that's all really great. And also, this particular fabric is made from 92% organic cotton and 8% elastin, so it's nice and stretchy. And it's also got a silver, let me get this completely right. The fabric provides long-term antibacterial skin protection and a feeling of freshness, as silver iron particles block the spread of bacteria and neutralise the odour. They have a silver plus finish, so, you know, I guess that could be a real benefit to you if you are someone that suffers with bacterial infections or yeast infections. Because of that, they're still breathable, really breathable, and organic cotton, and they've still got silver finish. But other than that, I can't really see why you'd need this, because my period never smells anymore. And even when I used the disposable pads, and if you were using these ones, for example, that supposedly had the odour controlling strip, why would you then need the silver in them? That's kind of my personal opinion on that matter. It just seems a little bit pointless to me. And the other thing is, they don't have the option to have these underwear with any sort of leak-proof protection. They're not waterproof. And that, to me, I think these are certainly more than $20 for one pair of underwear. And it just seems a bit expensive for its purpose, to be honest. And I tried them out. I did wear them. To me, even though they're really elasticated, this is a size small, and it did fit my bum all right, but at the front, it's not very elasticated, I find, around the legs. It kind of doesn't stretch as much. And for my thighs, it just kind of cut in, and it wasn't really that comfortable. So I didn't actually enjoy wearing this underwear at all, and I felt like the gusset is also a bit wide. I think you can see, like, it's about... At an estimated guess, I'd say that's 3 inches based on what I know from cloth pads. And that's a big gusset for a pair of small underwear, and I've got a small bum. And my cloth pads, for example, would only be around 2.75 inches in width. So, I mean, they would fit because of that wing pocket here, which is quite, handy. And if you were, say, wanting to change at school and you're a bit self-conscious about your periods, or you wanted to wear a leotard and have it not be so prominent, then that could be a bonus as well. But I think in general, I just can't really see where this product fits in the market. I can't really see an area for it to fit in, just based on the fact that it doesn't have the option for a leak-proof. I think if they added that option in, this would have a purpose. It'd be a leak-proof underwear that had that gusset in there that you could attach pads to, so they wouldn't show through. I'm sure some people would really like, but I think for the sake of $20, that's quite expensive for a pair of underwear that, it's quite plain, there's no lace or anything on them. They do also make bras as well, nice comfy bras, which I thought was nice. But I just didn't really like them that much. I feel like there's still room for improvement with these. I think it's definitely a product in the works as opposed to one that's been finished. And again, with the pads, it's great that they have that really good absorbency and are eco-certified and have the anion strip, but I think they really do need to work on getting these biodegradable, because that is a big selling feature of a different pad. I can get all those features already, the lack of harsh chemicals, no skin irritation, air breathable pads, from a brand that has the biodegradable feature. So I'm not sure why I've spent, I think it's $5.99 for one pack of this to get this sort of thing. So yeah, that is my honest opinion. I think that they have some great ideas as a company there, but I just feel like there needs to be a bit more work on it. And when that's done, if they add in those features and look into it, I think then they'll have a really great product on their hand. But just as it is now, I don't honestly feel like it's a product I can recommend to you guys, just because I feel it is a little bit overpriced for what it is. It's not top quality. Again, like as I said, the silver ions could be useful if you have that tendency to get yeast infections or bacterial infections, and yeah, that might be useful for you and you might be interested in trying it. And if you're very self-conscious about seeing me wearing a pad, then that might be a feature for you too. But to be honest, in my opinion, as I said before, I just can't really recommend it now, which is kind of a bummer, and it's one of the very few products that I've not been able to recommend on my channel. But I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful at least. So please subscribe, check out my website down below, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.